So I made a video per day for 30 days and nothing happened. And by nothing, I mean none of the videos got any views. And as of today, 11th of April, I have 2 subscribers, out of which one is myself. But, I did, however, get a really nice comment from my second subscriber on one of the videos. So I'm really grateful for that. Shout out to WZ7000. Thanks for watching the video and leaving a nice comment. But overall, what happened is I was disciplined, I was consistent for 30 days and making videos on topics that I find really interesting and important at the same time, and sharing things I've learned from experience that I haven't heard other people talk about. It's not just advice I've read somewhere and just recycled. And still, even if I was consistent for 30 days, nothing really happened. So the question is, was it worth it? Was this effort worth it? Because indeed it was some effort involved. And the short answer is, heck yes. Okay, it was definitely worth it. There are multiple reasons for this, but before getting into the reasons why I found this really helpful and a really cool experience, I want to share with you one very important realization I've had, one kind of harsh truth I found throughout this experience, and that is that I sometimes just feel like I'm entitled to success, and oftentimes I feel impatient towards getting whatever it is I want to get, And the reason for this is I think seeing other people making videos just like this, other normal people with no editing or no cinematic filming or anything like that, talking about normal, usual stuff and getting hundreds of thousands of views while I'm getting 2 views at best. Seeing those people makes me feel like I deserve that kind of success as well. And that's kind of making me feel more entitled. And this just didn't sit well with me, this realization, but I think it's important that I had it. You can't really control the outcome, you can only control your input, and you have to be okay with whatever happens, right? But then I realized why I started this channel in the first place. I remembered is the bare word. Why I started this channel in the first place, because I definitely didn't start it for money. I don't care about monetizing this channel at all. And I didn't start it for views either. It was not the main reason. The main reason why I started this channel was just to practice my speaking skills. That was the whole purpose. And, this is actually one of the topic of one of the videos. I feel like speaking in a way where there are stakes, like having to post these videos on YouTube, helps so much more with practice, like you're practicing more effectively. Because simple practice, like simple repetition or deliberate practice, where you're practicing something with intention, I don't feel like these 2 are enough. I think like the third level of practicing something where there are stakes involved just accelerates the progress. Okay, but anyway, going back to the internal rewards that I feel like I've gotten after this 30-day experience, here are a few of the things I'm proud of having gotten. So the first one is I proved to myself that I can be consistent for 30 days, making 30 videos, even if there were some days where I absolutely didn't feel like doing it. Like the last thing I wanted to do was to think of a video, write some bullet points and record it and then post it. There were such days, and I'm proud I could finish this kind of challenge. It's really nice for confidence, definitely. The second one is I've become more confident, not more confident, but more natural in front of the camera. Because even though it's not my first time recording videos for YouTube, in the first kind of 2 to 3 videos, I felt very stiff. Especially with this kind of format where I only have a few bullet points and I have to talk off the cuff, sort of. I felt very stiff. There was this pressure because the camera is on, and when the camera is on, you feel like you have to perform well. You feel that pressure, and your thoughts are a mess in your mind. You can't seem to find your words out. And it definitely helped with this, feeling more natural on camera, and also it improved my speaking skills from this standpoint, being able to articulate my thoughts more naturally, more calmly, without feeling too pressured to be able to think, essentially. So Yeah. Now, the next reason is that, or the next benefit, I should say, is that I got some clarity on some of the things or some of the lessons I've learned for myself. So making these videos forced me to think them more thorough, to come up with some examples and to put things into perspective, not just think about these lessons in general, but think about them specifically in my situation. And this clarity definitely helps them stick more to my mind and help me figure out which of these lessons are actually important, which I should practice more, which I should put into implementation on a consistent basis, right? And the last one, I would say, even if this sounds weird, not getting views is actually relieving, knowing these videos probably won't perform well allowed me to experiment more, especially with the delivery of my speeches, because but like I said, the main goal, the main purpose of these videos was to practice my speaking skills, out of which delivery is a huge part of. So sometimes I might do something that is weird, maybe my voice squeaks like this, and I've come to be okay with those reps, even though they're not perfect. So this is another thing. It made me feel more okay with not being perfect, imperfection. Okay, I used to struggle with this quite a lot, even though I don't consider myself a perfectionist. I want things to be well. I want to perform well. Yeah, it definitely helped with taking perfection out of my vocabulary, so to speak. And yeah, all in all, I found this experience to be very helpful. It was exciting, getting to the end of it. And I recommend it to anyone who wants to practice their speaking skills, who wants to become more natural on camera and just get more clarity on the ideas, on the thoughts, and the advice they maybe have learned from someone else or from their own experience, and figure out what's truly important, what is something that maybe other people would benefit from, not just yourself. Okay, so all in all, great experience. Maybe I'm gonna continue making these videos. I have some more really cool ideas for some videos. Maybe I'm gonna improve the quality of this video thingy, because I'm just recording with the integrated camera from my laptop. It looks pretty shit, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, I guess hopefully we're gonna see each other in the next video. Until next time.